All right, there we go. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello and good evening, everybody. Hopefully, you all had yourselves a very fantastic 4th of July. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Become a part of the Philly Freak Nation, baby, and hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well, and that way you'll know when we upload for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football, baby. All right. Hopefully you're all doing well. We got a big series coming up this weekend. Two of the top teams in the NL East division facing off against each other. The first time that they're facing off since opening day weekend, and it should be a fun one. Max Fried and Aaron Nola actually both pitched against each other on opening day weekend, and Max Fried ended up getting the better half of that game. But so far this season, Aaron Nola is 9-4 with a 3.43 earned run average, along with 99 strikeouts as well. Phillies are playing at Truist Park tonight against the Atlanta Braves, who are 47-38 on the season as well. Fried, though, on the bump, he's been doing a pretty good job this year. He has a 7-3 record, along with a 3.91 ERA to go along with that, and has been pretty good overall on the left side of the mound. He's now 30 years old as well, which is really just hard to believe. He's had a very good career so far, along with Aaron Nola, but Fried got started in 2017, and he's been pretty dominant ever since he's come into the league, and Aaron Nola too. So it should be a fun matchup between both of those pitchers, and let's get started, baby. All right, so lineup for tonight's game. Again, hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. So for the Philadelphia Phillies, they're the away team. They'll be batting first. It'll be Bryson Stott, Trey Turner, Alec Bohm, Nick Castellanos. Then you got Edmundo Sosa, Whit Merrifield, Rafael Marchand, and Johan Rojas all in the lineup tonight for the Phils. So again, it is Stott. Then you got Turner, Bohm, Castellanos, Sosa, Merrifield, and then it will be Marchand, Rojas, and Pache. Again, hit the thumbs up button in case you are just tuning into the channel for the very, very first time. On the bump for the Braves will be Max Fried. So he's 30 years old from Santa Monica, California. As we mentioned before, he has a 7-3 record along with a 2.91 ERA as well. In his last outing that he pitched, he ended up pitching. It was on June 29th. He allowed 1 earned run in 6 innings, and he only had 4 strikeouts. But he has lowered his ERA down to 2.91. His overall ERA in the month of June was at 2.76 in 29 1/3 of an inning. 1 homer also allowed in his last 6 home starts. So the Phillies are really going to have to try to get something going on the offensive side. And look, you know, when it comes to this lineup, when it comes to looking at, you know, how the Phillies are doing from top to bottom, they're banged up. And you're going to really need a next guy up mentality. The next man up mentality really has to go for you tonight with the Phillies lineup. All right, so it's Stott, Turner, Bohm, Castellanos, Sosa, Merrifield, Marchand, Rojas, and Pache. In the Braves lineup, they're going to have Kelenic in the leadoff spot. And then it'll be Albies batting second, Riley hitting third, Olson batting in the cleanup spot, Ozuna protecting him, Darno catching behind the plate, Duvall playing out in right field, Arcia over at shortstop, and Eli White playing out in left field. And that'll round the lineup for them. All right, let's make this into the full screen. All right, good. We're just about ready to get underway. Phillies are 57-30 on the season, and they also are 24-16 on the road, too, in 40 away games. So it should be an interesting matchup between both of these ball clubs. Stott will be leading things off. Phillies are in their gray tops, gray bottoms. Have the red letters on both the front and the back with the word Phillies across the chest. The pitch on the way, and that's taken for a strike. It was called by Laz Diaz, who will be the home plate umpire. Stott, batting .243, does have 5 homers and 38 RBI. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Happy birthday to Gary Matthews Sr., Sarge. Used to be a broadcaster, of course, with the Philadelphia Phillies. Him and Chris Wheeler and Tom McCarthy, pretty good trio. Stott behind in the count, 0-2. And the windup and the pitch, and that's at the knees for a called third strike. How about the 92-mile-per-hour slider? Well, it's pretty good off the bat, or off the pitch, I should say. So 3 strikes, and Stott is out. Defensively for the Braves, over at first base, they got Olson, and at second it'll be Albies. At third, it's Riley. Shortstop is Orlando Arcia. Catching behind the plate is Travis d'Arnaud. On the bump is Max Fried. And the pitch to Trey. Swings and misses at a fastball. Kelenic playing out in center. And out in right field will be Adam Duvall. The left fielder is Eli White, making his Braves debut. The ball is 1 strike, 1 out, top of the first. And the 0-1 delivery comes in inside and low. Turner batting .385 lifetime against Fried with a homer and 2 RBI, but 15 hits and 39 at-bats. The pitch, fouled off. Crew chief for tonight, you got Laz Diaz calling the balls and the strikes. Trip Gibson's over at first. Mike Estabrook is the second base umpire. And the third base ump will be Eric Backus. 1-2 is the count to Turner. Fried gets the signs and delivers the pitch, and Turner says no thank you on an off-speed pitch. Fried is 6'4" and weighs 190 pounds. 1.09 whip, which is 20th best in all of baseball. And he also has the 10th best ERA. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. That fastball was outside, off the plate. And there's 2 strikeouts in the inning to start off the ball game. And now Bohm is coming up next for the Phils. They had a stat up on Apple TV. It said from 2023 to 2024 that Trey Turner had the 5th largest increase in batting average. Here comes Bohm, and the first pitch, fly ball hit out over to right field, and that's going to hit off the top of the wall, and Bohm will jog on into second base and get a stand-up double with 2 outs in the top of the first. There you go. Final score predictions, make sure that you comment those down below as well. I have a new setup tonight because the game is on Apple TV, so we're watching it off the monitor. And again, thank you all so much for tuning in and for being a part of this awesome community. I love each and every one of you. Hit that thumbs up, man. All right, 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. And here comes Castellanos, who stares at a fastball at 94, just at the knees for strike 1. Nick batting .236. He has 12 homers, 43 runs knocked in as well. The pitch, low, and taken for a ball. So as we just mentioned a little bit ago, today is Gary Matthews Sr.'s birthday. Of course, everybody remembers him in the broadcast booth of the Phillies. His name was Sarge. That was his nickname. Gary is 74 years old. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. And that's outside for ball 2. What are your final score predictions? 6-4 Phillies, says Abolish the ATF. Who else? Oh, I love you too, Serena. You're the best. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bohm's at second. 2 outs, top of the first, and the 2-1 to Casti. Swing and a miss. That pitch was inside, and Castellanos thought it would be a good idea to swing at that one. All right. Look at the mod squads. Look at the mod. Look at the mod squad going. Love my mods. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at second. And the 2-2 pitch. There's a little squibbler hit over to third base. Going to be a tough play for Riley. Throw over to first, and Castellanos thought he beat it out, but what a play by Riley. He's ruled out at first base by Trip Gibson. So the Phillies, I don't know if they're going to challenge this or not. I thought that maybe Austin Riley just made a really good throw over to first and just got Castellanos out. Let's see. Ooh, that's tough to tell. That is inches. But the Phillies decide not to challenge, and we head to the bottom of the first. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Bottom of the first, Braves are coming up. Today's also T-Mac's birthday. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Happy birthday to Tom McCarthy as well. I always forget because whenever they would play the happy birthday song in the booth, they would play it twice, and that was because T-Mac and Sarge had the same birthday. T-Mac is 56 years old. So, all right. Happy birthday to Tom McCarthy. I'm a big fan of Tom. Man, he's a great person. I've always had a lot of respect for him. He told us a couple of interesting things when he came to speak to us at Rowan, and I'll share some stuff. I'll do that a little bit later if I remember. All right, so here we go to the bottom of the first inning. Braves will come on up to bat. And, well, their lineup for tonight, it'll be Jared Kelenic playing out in center field. Then you got Ozzie Albies over at second base. Austin Riley playing over at third, batting in the 3 spot. Matt Olson hitting in the cleanup spot, and Nobi batting fourth. Marcell Ozuna, who's been their best hitter this season, he's batting fifth. And Travis d'Arnaud, Adam Duvall, Orlando Arcia, and Eli White will round up the rest of the lineup for the Braves. So just to recap, it's Kelenic, Albies, Riley, Olson, Ozuna, d'Arnaud, Duvall, Arcia, and White. And they're going to be facing Aaron Nola. And Nola overall has had a lot of success versus the Atlanta Braves. We'll get into that in just a little bit. But so far this season, Aaron Nola has been really, really good. He did give up a home run in his last outing, but was still able to pretty much throw a pretty good game out there. He's been really solid overall this season for the Phils. You love what he can do with the knuckle curve and the slider that he has. And, yeah, he's been overall doing a really, really good job. ERA this year, well, it's been really strong. His ERA is at a 3.43. It's gone up just a little bit, but not too much. First pitch underway, and that's taken for a strike. 17 starts for Nola. Does have a 9-4 record. Opponents are batting .217 against him. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that is flied out towards the third base side and foul ground. Sosa will give it a look, and it goes out of play to make the count now 0-2. Kelenic batting .272 and is actually hitting .301 since moving to the leadoff spot on June 15th. 9 total homers for him and 26 RBI as well. Nola gets the signs. No balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the next pitch, and that bouncer is foul. Nola has an 11-4 record versus the Braves at home. Obviously, he's on the road. But ever since 2017, he's had 219 starts, which is second most in all of baseball since that time period. And he's tied for 5th in wins with 87 during that time as well. The 0-2 pitch just inside at 95. So 1-2 is the count. Nola kicks, fires the 1-2, and that's flied out towards left center field. Rojas will call off Pache over towards the alleyway, and he'll make the catch, and there's one gone. So it's a fly out to center, and there's one away. Phillies defensively, well, For them, behind the plate, it'll be Rafael Marchand. On the bump is Aaron Nola. And in the infield, you got Bohm at first, Sosa at third, and the middle infielders will be Whit Merrifield at second, and then the shortstop is Trey Turner. Here's Ozzie Albies, and he fouls off the first pitch. Then out in left field, it'll be Christian Pache, Yohan Rojas playing out in center, and then Nick Castellanos will be playing out in right field, and he is the 9 guy on the defensive side. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch, and that is swung on and missed. Albies was 5 for 13 in the opening series versus the Phillies. His average overall, though, this year at 257. Batting on the left side. The ball is 2 strikes, and the pitch fouled off. Stott is DHing today. Money line for the Braves was at minus 135 coming into today. The windup and the next pitch. Low and away. Decided to go with a slider there. A lot of games going on right now. Bottom of the first. 1 out. And the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Albies strikes out, and there's 2 gone in the bottom of the first. There we go. That's how we do it. All right. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe as well. Hit that thumbs up button, baby. That way you'll know when we go live. All right. CeeLo's here. I'm expecting a pitching duel tonight, says Snooter. Be cool. 2 outs and the pitch to Austin Riley is swung on and missed. Braves are in their red tops, white bottoms, with the blue Braves word over across the chest on the front side. White letters on the back and blue numbers on the back of the jersey as well. 0-1, and that's taken for strike 2. Riley, in his career versus Nola, has actually 5 homers. He's had a lot of success against him. 2 outs, no balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way, and that's high and outside for a ball. Two outs, nobody on. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, and that's taken low for ball 2. Yeah, every time that we're on Apple TV, or if we're doing it from the computer and not on cable, this scoreboard's going to be ahead. But everybody else likes it. Everybody else likes having it. So, because of that, we still do it. So, if it does bother you, though, let me know. And I will get rid of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. And the side is retired. We head to the top of the 2nd inning. No score so far between the Phillies and the Braves. I'll be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. See you all very, very soon. All right, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. That way you'll know when we go live. Share this stream out with your friends too. I mean, if you have other friends that can't get the game tonight or that just want to be able to tune in somehow, some way, please let us know about our channel. This is one of the reasons why we do it. We also do this because this is the future of broadcasting. This is how it's going to be I'm going to say that this is going to be in the mainstream media in less than 10 years. I do. I truly do believe that. So, all right. Edmundo Sosa will lead things off in the top of the second and the pitch, and that's fouled away towards the right field side. And it's a 0-1 count. All right. Sounds good. The ball's one strike. There's no score so far at Truist Park. Phillies are playing the Braves, opening up a 3-game series. It's Brian Snitker. Of course, he's the manager of the Braves. The 0-1 by Fried, and that's fouled off. So Sosa up to bat. Truist Park, of course, the stadium that the Atlanta Braves play at, opened in 2017. The ball's 2 strikes to Edmundo Sosa. The windup and the pitch. And that's going to be blooped out towards right center field, but making the catch is the right fielder Duvall for out number 1. Sosa, I thought, hit it in a good spot, but good job by Duvall to play him to play him pretty well. He was sort of shifted over towards the right side of, the left side of right center field. That was a tongue twister for me. Up to bat is Whit Merrifield. The leg kick and the pitch, swing and a miss. It's no 1 count. Capacity at Truist Park is 41,084. Record attendance was 43,898, and that was in the NLDS against the Phillies back in 2023. The pitch to Merrifield, ground ball back up the middle for a base hit, and Whit able to get aboard and get the second hit of the game for Philadelphia. So he gets a single there. It's a 1-out single. And up to bat is Rafael Marchand. Left field out at Truist Park is 335 feet. We're talking about the dimensions. Left center is 385. Dead center is 400. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike, but Whit decides to take off, and he'll dive into second base without a throw, and he's already in scoring position. Right center's 375, and right field is 325, but how about the jump by Merrifield? Here's Rafael Marchand, and he'll slice that one foul. Not only did he get a hit, but he got a stolen base, too. Marchand, batting .250, does have 3 homers, and has knocked in 5 runs. That's his 9th stolen base of the season for Whit Merrifield. Pitch from the stretch, and that's a ground ball foul. First regular season game at the park was on April 14th back in 2017 against the Padres. Before that, they were at Turner Field. And they were at Turner Field from 1997 to 2016. 0-2 pitch, ground ball back up the middle for a base hit, and Merrifield's going to jog on over to third base. And that's back-to-back hits for the Fightins. And that's going to put runners over at the corners. Wow. Marchand able to get a good piece of the baseball. Just hit it back up the middle on the barrel of the bat. And there's 2 hits allowed by Max Fried. So Marchand's at first. And Whit Merrifield playing over at third. Yohan Rojas, who's batting in the 8th spot tonight, he's due up to bat. He'll show bunt, and he'll knock it down towards the first base side. Merrifield coming home to throw to the plate, and he's dead as a fish. Diaz ruled him out, and, well, Witt did not get a good jump there. I didn't think it was the best bunt that was knocked down by Rojas. The runner does go over to second, so it is going to put runners over at first and second, but the sacrifice is no good by Rojas. Let's see where it was. Yep, it was hit towards the first base line, and Olson, honestly, just a good heads-up play by him. He figured that it was going to come towards him. He had to barehand it and make a good throw. Merrifield just didn't get a good jump, and honestly, I don't know why. I mean, I understand why you send him, but that was just a really poor base running play. So now it's Christian Pache's turn to come on up. We have Marchand at second, and over at first is Rojas. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Pache, of course, a member of the Braves when they won the 2021 World Series. And the next pitch, that's taken for a ball. It was a good throw by Olson, and just a nice heads-up play, but Witt has to be off and running. The 1-1 pitch, breaking ball that's in the dirt, took a bounce, and it's a 2-1 count. How many people do we have on your mod squad? Let's get to 3,300 or 3,300 subscribers. That'd be really, really cool. You got to be aggressive. Just got to execute it better, though. 2 balls, 1 strike to Pache. And the next pitch, and that is high for ball 3. Makes the count now 3-1. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch from the stretch, and that is a line drive foul ball towards the left field side. Christian Pache, now 25 years old, from the Dominican Republic, was a member of the Braves from 2020 to 2021, and he was signed by the A's, let go by them, and the Phillies picked him up last year. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and, well, Freed's going to just look back over at second. Started his motion towards the plate, but didn't drop his foot. Hit the like button. We already have 300 people on here. Let's do it, baby. 3-2 pitch on the way. That's fouled back towards the screen. Merrifield was jogging over to third base, or Marchand, that is. Was jogging over to third, and he'll have to go back to second. He was selected, Pache, in the Rule 5 draft in 2019 by Atlanta. Payoff pitch, and that's on the outside corner for a called third strike. Nice curveball thrown there by Max Fried, and the inning is over. Phillies send 5 men up to the plate. No runs across, and 2 men left. And we head to the bottom of the second. I'll be right back in just a few moments. This is the last time out that we're going to take today. Hopefully. All right, we're back in action. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the bell icon. We usually don't take a lot of breaks on here, so I apologize that we took some early on. This is a little bit of a different stream for us. We're watching the game. Of course, it's on Apple TV, but it's on our monitors instead of our regular TV. So got to bear with us. The setup's a little bit different over here. I know that you guys can't see it, but for me, it is a little bit different. But thank you so much for tuning in to Phillies Baseball. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, man. That's what we do on here, man. It's a fun time. My name is Jason Joseph. I am a broadcaster from South Jersey. Just a little bit about me. I graduated from Rowan University back in 2022 in the spring and was really fortunate. Got to call some Blue Rocks games and some Blue Coats games as well. So thank you all so much for subscribing to the channel. And enjoy the rest of the game, man. The pitch on the way, and that's swung on and missed by Matt Olson. 241 average for Olson so far, along with 12 homers and 41 runs driven in. Nola kicks, delivers, and that's fouled away. Phillies did make a move earlier today. It was announced about 4 hours ago. They ended up selecting the contract of right-handed pitcher Tyler Phillips from Lehigh Valley. And Junior Marte was optioned to Lehigh Valley. And Luis Ortiz was also transferred to the 60-day IL as well. Here's the pitch. And it's a 1-2 count now. We also heard that Alec Bohm is going to be participating in the home run derby. It's the first time that he's doing that. 1-2 pitch on the way. That's low for ball 2. How do we feel about that, guys? How do we feel about Bohm participating in the home run derby? 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on and nobody out in the bottom of the second. And the next pitch fouled back towards the screen. What's up, Vince? How you doing, man? How's everybody doing in the chat? I want to make sure I say hi to Connor. Want to say hi to Maxwell. Keystone Survival's here. D's here as well. What's up, everybody? John Morgan's here. Wow, y'all are the best. Jose Perez as well. We love everybody that's on here, man. Shout out to all of you. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the windup and the pitch from Nola. And another foul ball towards the third base side, and it goes out of play. So far, 21 total pitches by Aaron Nola. Two balls, 2 strikes. Olson wearing white batting gloves in the red and white jersey, and the 2-2, and that is hammered down the right field line. It is a foul ball, though. Nola almost left that one hanging out there. Olson just barely missed a homer. He has a lot of power in that bat. I know he's not Freddie Freeman, but still a pretty good first baseman. 2-2, and another foul ball. It was on the outside corner, and Nola's having a hard time getting him out. Four-seamer, knuckle curve, four-seamer, knuckle curve, and changeup. That's been the pitching sequence so far in this at-bat. 8 total pitches. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch by Nola. And there's a little ground ball hit over to third base. Sosa has it on a bounce, throws it over to first, and there's one gone. So Olson grounds out to third, and there's one away. I like that Bohm's in the derby. I think that Bohm does have power in the bat. I understand that not many people think about him as a power hitter, but I don't think he's a bad selection at all. I mean, he's not like doesn't have the best power on the Phillies, but I think he has pop in the bat. No balls, 1 strike. Here's Marcell Ozuna. who's top 3 in the National League in homers, RBI, and OPS as well. Also hitting .296. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. 18 months. Almost 19. No balls, 2 strikes. Phillies and Braves are scoreless so far in the first game of a 3-game set. The windup and the pitch. Popped up once again and hit over towards shallow right field. On the run is Merrifield, and he calls off Bohm and Castellanos, and they'll make the catch. And there's 2 outs. Surprised that Ozuna went after that pitch. Good job by Witt, though, to just communicate with Bohm and Castellanos. He was sort of sandwiched in between the both of them, but it was hit over towards the right field line. If he wouldn't have gotten to it, that's a fair ball. There's Travis d'Arnaud, who was a former Philly. He's been a starting catcher in 11 of Fried's 17 starts this season. He's been the Robin to Fried's Batman. The pitch. And that's fouled away. I guess you really call it, he's been the Batman to Fried's Robin. And that would be Sean Murphy, I guess. I guess that's how you say it, really. English, man. You would think as a broadcaster I'd know. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball scooped up by Turner over at shortstop, and the throw across the diamond is in time, and d'Arnaud is retired. Another 1-2-3 inning by Aaron Nola. And we head to the top of the third. No score. All right. I heard a little sound effect, and I want to know where that came from. So bear with me for 1 second. Let's figure out where that came from. I think it was right here. Okay. Good stuff. Hi, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a fantastic night. It's 77 degrees out in Atlanta, Georgia. Over-under for this game is at 7.5 runs, according to ESPN Bet. So the win probability for the Braves, in case you're into advanced analytics like that, or betting analytics, I should say, win probability is at 53.3%. So take that for what you think it means. And yeah. What else do we got going on here? Alec Bohm is young. He has time to develop his skills. What happened to Sean Murphy? He's not here right now. Can I take a message? Sean Murphy is just not playing because Travis d'Arnaud has that chemistry with Max Fried. So it's not that he's hurt or anything. He's just Travis d'Arnaud has started a lot of times. Do you think everyone will be back for next week's series against the LA Dodgers? I don't know. I have no clue. That's a very good question. Should they be back is another discussion. I don't know how I feel. I really don't know. So, bro, drunk Phillies fans, it's pretty cool that Apple TV is deep-throating the Braves so far this game. you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna repost. I'm gonna quote them, and I said, y'all should come over here. Y'all should tune in on here. There we go. That's how we market ourselves. Let's go. Let's get more people into the play-by-play with JJ family, bro. Let's do it. We're having a blast calling the game. All right, so Bryson Stott will lead things off in the top of the third, and the pitch is in there for a strike. I've learned by doing this, you just got to do it, you know. If somebody says no, they say no. The ball is 1 strike to Bryson Stott. Fried on the bump. It's lefty on lefty, and the pitch is low and outside. Nice, we will need them for sure, says Irving. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think you have to rush them back. 1-1 pitch, and that's fouled away. When you take a look at the standings right now, okay, both these teams, of course, battling in the NL East, but the Phillies, yeah, they're winning the division, and that's awesome. They are, I believe, about 7.5 games above the Braves. Let me double check that real quick. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch is low and outside. They're actually 9 games above the Braves, so they have time. I mean, it's not like that. I'd rather have them healthy for the stretch at the end, like when we need them. If it starts getting closer in the standings, okay. But you're 9 games above the Braves. What's the rush? 2-2 on the way, and that's bounced foul. What's the rush? Let them heal, and we'll see how they do. I'll tell you what, though, the Braves got to be aware of those Mets. Mets are catching up to them. They're 5 games behind them. 2-2 pitch, and that's low for ball 3. Of course, you have to remember, though, that while we say that the Phillies are missing people, the Braves are missing people too. They're missing Michael Harris II, who's one of their really good outfielders. 3-2 pitch, ground ball hit over towards the first base side, gobbled up by Albies, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time to get Stott out. And of course, Ronald Acuna Jr. is out for the season, and they're missing Spencer Strider. So their Cy Young pitcher and arguably the best player in baseball. 1 out, top of the 3rd. And Trey Turner up to bat. And he takes it up high and away for a ball. Cunha was last year's MVP. Had a really, really good season for the Braves. Here's the pitch to Turner. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. He'll go over towards the track, and Duvall backpedals and he'll make the catch. And there's 2 outs. Acuna is now 26 years old. Hard to believe that. So last year, 41 homers, 106 RBI, 149 runs scored, 217 hits, and a 337 average, along with 73 stolen bases. Just unbelievable. The pitch on the way. That's taken for a strike. It's always been there. You just have never noticed it. 2 outs, top of the 3rd. Nobody on. Riley is over at 3rd, is 3rd amongst third basemen in defensive rating. The 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. It's hit off the shoe top of Max Fried, and it goes out to left field for a base hit. It actually went over the head of the shortstop, Arcia. And Bohm hit it so sharply that it ended up going out into left field. I guess that you call that an assist by Max Fried from that perspective. It just hit right off of his back heel. Took a bounce first before it hit off of his heel. There was no chance that Arcia could get over to it. 2 outs and a runner over at first. 42 total pitches so far by Fried. And there's the second hit allowed to Alec Bohm. Why is it there? Because I like covering up that count. That's why it was there before. I still kind of like it there. Pitch on the way. And that's taken for a strike. So it's an 0-1 count. 30 more subs, so we got to 3,300. The 0-1 to Castellanos, and here it is. Line drive out over towards right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit as well. Bohm thinking 3 will go over to third and slide in there safely without a throw, and Castellanos able to get an opposite field single, and that's going to put runners over at the corners. Duvall, honestly, it almost got by him. It took a weird bounce, and Castellanos hit it just off the end of the bat. Duvall did get over to it, and Bohm kept his head down and went for 3 all the way, and Duvall's throw was a little bit off target. It was actually cut off over at second base by Arcia. Back-to-back singles for the Phils, and here comes Edmundo Sosa. 2 runners on, 2 outs, and the pitch to Edmundo is inside. Why can't they show this game on TV instead of Apple TV? Because they're making money. That's a part of their deal. But it helps us. Welcome on in, Brian. How you doing, Brian? Thank you so much for stopping by. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch is up high for ball 2. Mike, I haven't seen you in a little bit. What's going on, man? How are you? 2 balls, no strikes to Sosa. Bohm's at third, and Castellanos is over at first. Fried kicks, fires, and it's dribbled foul. Sosa from May 4th to June 16th had 13 extra base hits. That was during Trey Turner's absence. 17 RBI and 22 runs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fried looks over at first. Tries to glance at the runner, now back to the plate, and the 2-1 is swung on and missed. That was up high. It was a fastball. Man, oh man. It's a 2-2 count now. Just hit over towards the hands level. It's a 2-2 count. 48 pitches so far by Fried. It's been him versus Nola. None of them have blinked so far. Here's the 2-2. And that hits Sosa. And that's going to load the bases. And with 2 outs, there's going to be 3 runners on. Looks like Braves bench coach is going to go on over to the phone to see if they are going to challenge this or not. It hit him just on the elbow guard. So that should just be a hit by pitch. And it's rally time for the Phils. So here we go. If this plays. There we go. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Charge. And I did it like that because Rob Thompson did go out there to check on Edmundo Sosa, so that's where my attention obviously is right now. He says that he's okay. The trainer is out there as well just to check up on him, but he did walk on over to first. So just to recap, no score, top of the third. Phillies are up to bat, 2 outs. Bases are loaded. There were 2 outs with nobody on. Bohm's over at third. Castellanos is at second, and Sosa is at first. The pitch, ground ball, hit back up the middle by Merrifield, and tagging the second base bag is Ozzie Albies in time for out number 3. So, no damage done. Phillies leave the bases loaded, and we head to the bottom of the third. Still no score out at Truist Park. Honestly, got a little piece of Max Fried. It was a ground ball back up the middle. Just hit his cleat. And then good job by Albies to just play it on a bounce and tag the bag. Okay. It's a fielder's choice ground out to end the inning. What's going on, RG? What's going on, man? TSM is here? TSM, man, what's going on? What's up? What is good? Why what? Why what? Why do we end the inning like that? I don't know. Sometimes that just happens. It's sports, man. It's sports. So happy birthday once again to Tom McCarthy and Gary Matthews Sr. Sarge, as they call it. It's 8:08 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget to like, and don't forget to subscribe as well. Weird setup tonight, man. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Today is July 5th. All right, it is Friday, July 5th. And, what's significant about this day in Phillies history? Well, a couple things happened today. Let's talk about it. Before I do that, though, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so that way you know when I upload. All right, and hit the subscribe button as well. On this day in Phillies history, all right, why isn't this loading? There it is. The Phillies, back in 1929 on this day, yielded 10 runs in both the first and fifth innings. They ended up losing to the Cardinals 28-6. But it was a doubleheader. Earlier that day, that was the night game. But earlier that day, the Phils earned a 10-6 win. And on the day, the two teams notched a total of 73 hits, which was a major league record. And then, also on this day, back in 2009, the Phillies beat the Reds 22-1. They scored 10 runs in the first inning, which tied a team record for them. The ball's one strike. Here's Adam Duvall to start off the bottom of the third. And the pitch is low for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Aaron Nola on the mound for the Phils. Bottom of the third, no score. And the 1-1 pitch. And that's fouled back towards the screen. Phillies 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. The 10 runs that they scored in the first inning that tied a team record, and Shane Vittorino also tied a team mark with 5 runs scored. Worth at a grand slam, that was Jason Worth. And that was off of the position player Paul Janish, who gave up the last 6 runs. 1-2 pitch. And that's inside for ball 2. Phillies also, back in 2018 on this day, had 18 hits and 10 walks against the Pirates, and they beat them 17-5. You know how long the game was? Guess. 2-2 on the way. 4.5 hours. That was the longest 9-inning game in team history. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the third. Nobody on and nobody out. Up to bat is Adam Duvall. Nola on the hill. Will wind up, kick, and deliver in the pitch. And that's in there for a called third. Strike right at the knees. And Duvall has to go sit down. 7 up and 7 down. All mowed down by Aaron Nola. There's a big out there, too. Duvall's had a lot of success against the Phils. Rob Thompson, I didn't know this, but he's 12-19 versus the Braves. But he has, I think it said 62 wins and 37 losses against the other NL East teams. It's wild. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's taken for a strike to Orlando Arcia, batting in the 8th spot. And the pitch, and that's low. That was a rhetorical question that time. But yeah. Again, the English language is confusing. 1 ball, 1 strike to Orlando Arcia. And the next pitch, and that's swung on and missed. Corey Seidman just tweeted out that Nola has been getting a lot of funky swings from hitters who have seen him a zillion times. Tells you something about what kind of stuff that he has. He adds on. 1-2 on the way. A breaking ball that swung on and missed, and Marchand tags out Arcia. Back-to-back strikeouts, and 8 men retired in a row by Aaron Nola. He's in cruise control, and again, no surprise because he's had a lot of success against the Atlanta Braves. Just unbelievable, man. He's 15-11 against the Braves with a 3.5 ERA and 206 strikeouts in 34 appearances. Here's Eli White making his Braves debut. First pitch was a ball. Second pitch, that's on the outside corner at the knees. The last time Nola actually pitched against the Braves before March 30th, which was his first start of the season. The 1-1 pitch, there's a fly ball that's hit out over towards left field, and Pache gets under it to make the catch, and all 9 men have been retired by Aaron Nola. Was just going to mention that he ended up striking out 8 batters and went 6 innings in his second-to-last game against the Atlanta Braves. Did a pretty good job only allowing 2 runs. All right. We'll be back as we head to the top of the 4th. Still no score out at Truist Park. All right, so since we have a bigger audience tonight, I wanted to also mention, where is it? You know, the other big thing I wanted to mention, and I pulled it up here, that today was the anniversary of Greg Maddox's 250th career homer. That was back in that was back in Braves history. So that was back in 2001. And it was against the Phillies, too. It was a 9-5 victory that they had. In MLB history today, the Giants become the first team to use a public address system. I didn't know that. What? Huh. I didn't know that. I had no clue. Larry's here. What's going on? What's up, Chris? Nola is on a roller. Yes, sir. All right, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well. If you guys want to if you guys want to donate to the channel, you're more than welcome to do so. Hit the super chat button down below. You know, we go on every day. We go on for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football. That's what we do on here. And if you're a Braves fan, hopefully we're doing a good job at trying to, cover the Braves too, because that's important to me. I want to do traditional broadcasting, so, I like to give both sides. All right, so, I didn't know that. They're interviewing Bryce Harper on Apple TV. Interesting. 7, 8, and 9 due up in the order for the Phils. We're in the top of the 4th. No score. Phillies do have 5 hits. Braves have none. One 0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Yeah, I said that Maddox hit his 250th homer on this day for the Braves. 1 ball, 1 strike. Freed on the bump. And the pitch, swing and a miss to Rafael Marchand, batting on the right side, switch hitting catcher for the Phils. Did you guys know? I mean, I'm sure the Braves fan knew this, but fans actually ate 550,000 hot dogs at Truist Park last year. Did you know that? Found that to be really, really wild. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch was taken in there for a strike, and it's now a 1-2 count. $55,000 total hot dogs. It's wild. I didn't even know that somebody actually kept track of that. The pitch, and there's a ground ball that's hit over to third, and the throw over to first by Riley's in plenty of time. I really had no clue that there was actually like a stat about that. It's really wild. 1 out, top of the 4th, and Yohan Rojas is coming up to bat. He tried to do a sacrifice bunt his last time up and get Whit Merrifield to score, but it ended up not working out, and Merrifield was out at the plate. First pitch to Rojas is taken down low for a ball. Second pitch to Yohan is just in. It was actually on the inside corner according to Las Diaz, and he calls that one a strike. Rojas was sent down by the Phillies. Then he was called back up right after Kyle Schwarber went on the IL. 1-1 pitch, and that's taken low for ball 2. .200 at-bats so far by Rojas this season. 15 stolen bases, 2 homers, and 19 RBI. 2-1 pitch, and there's a roller that's hit over towards the first base side. Dive and stop by Olson, and the throw over to first, not in time. Fried did have to go cover the bag, and it was a relay race between Rojas and Fried. Just a good bang-bang play, though, by Matt Olson. He was shifted over towards the left side of first base. I was thinking he was going to lunge for the ball, but he had to dive for it, and Fried went on over to first, and Rojas did dive into first base just to see if he could beat out the play. And Tripp Gibson ruled him out, or safe, I should say. And the Braves are going to challenge this. Curious to see how they're going to rule it, but they are going to replay review to see if whether or not Yohan Rojas is safe. There's only one person on this team that could beat that out, and that is Yohan Rojas. If the opposition tags the bag at the same time as the runner, the tiebreaker goes to the runner, if you didn't know that. Did I say home run? Sorry. Okay, win. My bad. Thanks. Thanks for the correction, Larry. Thanks for the correction, guys. 250th win. So 1 out and a runner over at first. Still reviewing this, though. Got a $5 donation from Steve. What's up, Steve? How you doing? He says, keep up the great work, JJ. Appreciate you, Steve. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's what I said. I didn't mean to say it like that. One out and a runner over at first. They're still reviewing this to see if whether or not Rojas was out. It's like so close. And they're also interviewing Bryce Harper as this is going on, which is really funny. So Bryce sort of has more airtime here, and I guess it's good content for them. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, yeah, he only hit 5. Okay. Yes, you are all correct. It is by my words, I get it. I apologize. That's the bad thing about doing this, is that everything that you do is under even more of a microscope. But that's also a good thing as well. But I'm saying it's a bad thing if I screw up, it's a much bigger deal now than what it would have been 25 years ago. All right, so the call does stand and he's safe. 1 out and a runner over at first, and Pache's up to bat. It is a 2-0 count. Andrew T. Bucci, what's going on, man? Jason Joseph, both of my brothers' names. Good job calling the game. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. 2 balls, no strikes, and the little toss back over to first is not in time. Apple TV may be bad, but guess what? Play-by-play with JJ always delivers. So, welcome on into the play-by-play with JJ family. That's what we do on here. We go live, we call the game, and we interact with each and every one of you. 2-0 pitch. High for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes to Christian Pache. And the pitch, and that's on the outside edge for a strike. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scores in the bottom of the 4th when we head to the bottom of the 4th. 3 balls, 1 strike to Pache. Over at first is Rojas. And the 3-1 swing and a miss. Pache struck out his first time up. He was caught looking on a 3rd strike. Mets are taking on the Pirates tonight. When we look at other games around the NL East, the Nationals are hosting the Cardinals. And the Marlins are playing against the White Sox at home at Lone Depot Park. 3-2 pitch, fouled back towards the screen. Full count with still 1 out in the top of the 4th. Fried so far has gone 3 1/3. And is not allowed a run just yet. 6 hits though. 3 strikeouts. 3-2 pitch. And it's fouled back once again. Pache just barely got a piece of it. 7 pitches in this at-bat so far by Max Fried. Max during his career is a 3.01 ERA and a 1.16 whip. 3-2 pitch. Line drive hit over to right field for a base hit. It'll be backhanded by Duvall. Duvall's going to throw it over to second. Rojas will jog on over to third. And that's going to put runners at first and third. With 1 out in the top of the 4th. Rally time for the Phils. How about that? And Bryson Stott's coming up to bat. Great at bat by Pache. Charge! Even Bryce Harper on the broadcast was clapping along and proud of Pache for doing that. So Stott's up to bat. 2 runners on, 1 out, and the pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball at 95 on the gun. Fried in his last 5 games has gone 29 1/3, just allowing 2 homers, 9 earned runs, and 30 strikeouts. That's coming into today. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. This will get the runner home from third to the flip over the second. There's one to throw over to first. Not in time, and Olson bobbled it. He actually could not scoop it. Got by him, but not too far away. And that's going to be an RBI fielder's choice ground out as Rojas will score, and the Phillies take a 1-0 lead in the top of the fourth. That's one way to do it. At least Stott was able to hustle. That's all that matters. And he would have been safe anyways. He would have been. He got there in plenty of time. Olson just not able to scoop it up. If that would have went into the dugout, though, Stott would have been rewarded second. So there's an RBI fielder's choice by Bryson Stott. And here comes Trey Turner with 2 outs in the top of the fourth. Toss back to first, and it's not in time. Olson tried to swipe Stott on the backside of the jersey. $22 more people to get us to 3,300 subscribers. Let's do it. 2 outs, a runner at first, and the pitch. Up high again. 1 ball, no strikes. Turner just had a birthday. It was back on June 30th. The 1-0 by Fried. And that swung on, lifted out to left field. It's going back towards the track. It is gone. And the Phillies take a 3-0 lead on a 2-run homer by Trey Turner. There we go. That's how you do it. Woo! Fireworks go off for the Phils. And there's 2 outs with nobody on. The pitch to Bohm, swing and a miss. Trey Turner has been swinging a red-hot bat for the Fightins, and that's the first homer allowed since the second start of June by Max Fried. That was on June 11th. And the 0-1, and that is fouled off. Turner has been absolutely hot for the Phils. Has homered in 3 of his last 5 games. Bohm today 2 for 2 with a double and a single. And the pitch on the way. Line drive it out over to right field, and that's going to drop in there for a base hit. So an 0-2 single out to right field by Bohm, and he's 3 for 3. And the Phillies continue to hit against Max Fried. 74 total pitches. That pitch was just on the outside corner, and Bohm was able to just get the barrel on it and go the opposite way. By the way, the Turner homer was his 6th of the season. Our chat stopped working. Huh. I'll have to do that. Huh. I'll have to fix that. 2 outs and a runner over at first base. Fried starting to sweat just a little bit. Castellanos up to bat. And the pitch. It looked a little bit inside, but it's a called strike anyways. To Nick Castellanos, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Batting .237 with 12 homers and 43 RBI as well. The leg kick and the next pitch. Line drive it out over to left field for a base hit, and Bohm's going to stop on over at second base, and that's going to put 2 runners on once again for the Fightins. George! Just able to rope that over the shortstop's head. and hit it pretty square on the bat as well. That is now 6 hits. Or excuse me, 5 out of the last 6 guys have gotten a hit off of Max Fried. And Sosa due up, and he takes the ball all the way at just a little bit below the knees. 269 average for Edmundo Sosa in the 1-0 pitch, and it's popped up and hit out over towards shallow left field. Going to be a tough play, though, and there to make the catch is the left fielder for the final out of the inning. I'm going to take a very quick step off. Be right back in just a few moments. The Phillies send 7 men up to the plate. Last out recorded by White, and we head to the bottom of the 4th. Be right back in a flash. Don't go anywhere. All right, I had to take the hat off for just a little bit. Starting to get a little bit hot up here. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Play-by-Play with JJ. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. All right, so Phillies lead it 3-0. They have tied Max Fried with 10 hits, and finally were able to get 3 runs on the board. We're going to look at the out-of-town scores. We'll do that now. So, bottom of the 4th, Phillies lead it 3-0. Nola back out there on the bump. And the pitch is inside, way inside, to Kelenic, who flied out to center his first time up. Mets are down 8-2 against the Pirates in the bottom of the 7th. Pirates just got a 3-run homer, I believe. Pitch on the way, and that is way outside. It was actually a grand slam that was hit by Brian Reynolds. He's been really hitting the ball sharply. That's his 2nd homer of the day, 6 RBI, and 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored as well. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. Nationals lead 5-3 against the Cardinals in the top of the 7th. Red Sox and Yankees are scoreless in the bottom of the 4th. And then the White Sox lead a 3-0 in the bottom of the 5th out in Miami. Giants have a 3-0 lead as well at a Progressive Field in the top of the 4th. And then Detroit playing in Seattle. It's 2-0 Detroit, bottom of the 4th. That game is also on Apple TV. The pitch on the way by Nola's inside for ball 3. Rays and Rangers scoreless in the top of the 3rd. Astros lead a 3-0 against the Minnesota Twins. And then the Royals lead at 1-0 out in Colorado. 3-1 pitch, and that's taken all the way for strike 2. Cubs did win earlier today. They won 5-1 against the Angels. Cubs, of course, beat the Phillies yesterday by a score of 10-2. 3-2 pitch, and that's fouled off. Kelenic will stay alive. Diamondbacks will play in San Diego tonight at 9:40. Orioles also will be in Oakland at 9:40. Toronto will be in Seattle at 9:40 as well. And the Brewers take on the Dodgers at 10:10. Both teams with at least 52 wins. Dodgers have 53 wins and 35 losses. Brewers have 52 wins and 36 losses. The count is full. With nobody on, nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. Nola approaching 50 pitches. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the windup and the pitch by Nola. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Oh, boy. The knuckle curve was a little bit outside. He took a gamble, and Kelenic strikes out. Oh, my gosh. I mean, he's been perfect so far. And has retired 10 batters, all 10 that he has faced. The pitch to albies, and that's way outside for ball 1. Kelenic, before that at bat, was batting .272. Did have 9 homers and 26 RBI. 1-0 to albies, swing and a miss. It's a 1-1 count now. One ball, 1 strike. Here we go. And the next pitch, ground ball back up the middle, and that's going to be in there for a base hit. So there's the first base runner and the first base hit today by albies and the Atlanta Braves. I was going to mention that albies was batting .274 with just a homer and 4 RBI in 66 plate appearances against Aaron Nola. So there goes the no-hitter and the perfect game. Albies gets on with a single. Why does everybody get so mad like when somebody loses a no-hitter? I've always wondered. Pitch on the way, and that ball is smoked out to deep center field. Riley puts it up, and it's gone. A 2-run homer out to dead center field. And, well, it's 3-2 as Nola allows a 2-run homer to Austin Riley. So, Riley with the 6th homer against Aaron Nola. And it's a 3-2 ball game as the Braves strike back. I mean, I bring it up before because I still like a complete game shutout. But even like, I mean, it's not like it's that deep into the game, you know? But I guess you have to strive for perfection, so I guess it kind of makes sense. The pitch on the way, and that's taken for a strike. Here's Matt Olson, who put up a pretty long at-bat his last time up, but ended up grounding out to third. 0-1, and that's fouled away. That thing went 414 feet out to straightaway center field. Nobody gave me their final score. Well, a couple people did, but not a lot of you gave me your final score predictions. 3-2 Phillies, 0-2 count, fouled back towards the screen. Tomorrow we are collaborating. I'm not really going to be doing a lot of collaborations with people, but this is going to be one of the last. I don't want to say it's going to be one of the last ones, but we are going to be collaborating with our boy, the Dixon Way podcast. And we're going to be doing that tomorrow night. And that will probably be our last time collaborating with somebody this season. It's not that I don't like it. It's just that, you know, we like to do things our own way too. 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did Olson go? They say no. Over at third base. I thought maybe he just went. Two pitch. Here it is. Fouled off. 20 more subs, so we got to 3,300. Two balls, two strikes. Nola kicks, fires. The next pitch, ground ball hit over to third. And Sosa fields it, throws it over to first. And there's 2 outs now. So that'll bring up Marcelo Zuna. So Zuna is the only player, I didn't know this, to have consecutive 40-homer seasons. At the back. Huh. Pitch, and that is swung on and missed. JJ knows how bad I can't stand Nola, says Mike Green. And yet he's having a really good year overall. So. You just don't like him because you don't trust him because of last year. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Ozuna, a 2-time All-Star, won a Gold Glove back in 2017. Also a 2-time Silver Slugger Award winner, who also won the Edgar Martinez Award back in 2020. 0-2 pitch on the way. Line drive hit out over to left field. Pache on the run, and they'll make the catch. And the inning is over. Damage is done, though, as Austin Riley hits his 6th career homer off of Aaron Nola. And we head to the top of the 5th. It's 3-2 Phillies. Okay. Nola doing his usual, give up runs in the 4th and probably won't last past the 6th. Here comes all the Nola haters. We love it, man. Oh, wow, Mike's actually listening to us and not even watching. Wow, that's a first time. Wow, usually when Mike tunes in, and it's not a bad thing. I'm just pointing that out there because it deserves to be pointed out. He's not even watching, and yet he's tuning in to us. That says a lot for Mike. It does. It's cool. You know, everybody has their own ways of, like, tuning into games. What I did yesterday, and I'm really weird. I know I'm weird. I turned off Twitter, okay? I turned off YouTube. I turned off everything. I have the MLB Game Day app, and I listen, or the MLB.com app, and I can listen to games that are archived from the day or even the day before. But I put myself through listening to that whole game on my way home from seeing the fireworks. I went somewhere about 2.5 hours away, and yeah, that's what I usually do. I really like listening to baseball on the radio. I personally like it better than watching it on TV for the most part. I mean, I'll watch highlights and stuff, but I think that there's something to listening to a game on the radio, and I think it makes it better than even just watching it live on TV. That's how I feel. I really do feel that way. I like picturing it in my head, and I like being able to see what's going on and envision it myself. You know? Yeah, I'll watch the highlights, and yeah, I'll listen to a TV broadcast because I am also interested in that aspect as well. But yeah, that's how we do it. All right, here comes Whit Merrifield, and he takes a strike all the way at 80 miles per hour by Max Fried. Money line now for the Phillies is at minus 200, and for the Braves it's at plus 155. The ball is one strike, the pitch, and there's a ground ball hit over to third pretty sharply. Riley flips it over to first, though, on the run, and he gets it in time. That was a nice play. It was a sort of a slow roller ground ball hit over to third base, and this is why Austin Riley is a very good defensive third baseman. Merrifield was the only guy who didn't even bat in that fourth inning. I listened to you and tuned in when they played the Cubs first game Tuesday, says Jane. Cool. The ball is one strike to Rafael Marchand, who's batting on the right side. Switch hitting catcher. The backup to the backup. And the pitch is low and outside for a ball. JJ, would you rather do radio broadcasting or TV? I'd rather do this, to be honest. This is the future, man. I love radio, but I don't get to talk to you guys. TV, everything's different, you know. I appreciate all mediums, and of course, if I was given a job, like, I would do any. But my favorite is this. The 2-1 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Because it's like radio, but it's more conversational. And it's more personal. I love this. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And Marchand strikes out. And there's two gone. Just you wait, man. This is the future, bro. This is different than radio because on radio you have to take breaks. You have to pause for station identification at the top of every hour, right? And yeah, I like having a color commentator. It's cool. But I'm not talking to you guys. I like talking to you guys. It brings out my personality a little bit more. And it brings your character out more. The 0-1 is taken low for a ball. I really love this the most. I mean it. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball. Hit over to third base. Gobbled up by Riley. And the dig out over at first by Olson is in plenty of time. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Phillies. And we head to the bottom of the fifth. It's 3-2 Philadelphia. This is the future, says Tyler. I'd rather have this play-by-play this way than watching live TV. It's too stressful. Yeah, again, like, it's different, right? Like, I'm trying to show people that it's not radio, okay? And it's not TV. It's just different. If I was doing, guess what? If I was doing radio on here, okay, we take a break, okay? I take a break sometimes. But if I took a break after every half inning, a lot of you wouldn't even think about it, but, like, from first glance, if I'm in a break, you're not going to tune in. You know, like you're going to go to somebody else's stream. We're keeping the conversation going. And yeah, like, radio has to get their sponsorships in, and they got to get their advertisers in. It's just, again, it's a different medium. It's just so different. We are the color commentators, basically. That's how it is. You're the color commentators, but you're also a part of the story, right? Like, that's how I wanted to present this thing. First, when I first came on here, I was like, okay, let me practice this as a radio play-by-play style. And then it sort of just grew off from there, and I realized, no, this is more powerful. Because, yeah, people can tune in that don't have cable, but what makes this even more special is that people are heard. People are listened to on here. And if podcasting is a part of the future when it comes to sports talk radio, this should be an option too. Bob Costas said, you know, during the MLB playoffs, I think it was like 5 years ago, he said that not only should games be broadcasted on the national TV, but everybody that does have a home team or that has a home broadcast should allow their home broadcast to have it as well. And the ratings for that would be so good because not everybody likes to listen to the national TV, and it gives other people an option to tune in. People want more options, and that is what I think that we're exploring on here, you know? I think it's cool. I love you guys. I'll listen, enjoy, occasionally comment, and watch highlights after the game, and JJ's the best. Thank you guys, man. All right. Bottom of the fifth, and the pitch is taken for a strike. People are censored. Yeah, I mean, everything's a blessing and a curse. But I think that there's so many blessings that come out of doing it this way. The ball is one strike, and the pitch is taken all the way for strike two. Now, maybe eventually what will happen is because I'm watching the game on a monitor, once maybe in the mainstream it'll become more accepted, and I'll still be able to, like, display your comments if I was doing it in person, you know? The 0-2 pitch, and that's fouled away. Bottom of the fifth inning. T-Mac in the playoffs would be awesome. Yeah. I mean, Bob said it the best. Like, it's just a good idea. The ball is 2 strikes. And the next pitch way up high for a ball. So Nola on the bump. 68 total pitches. It's 3-2 Philadelphia. And people still should have the option of radio. It should be radio, TV, and this. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. And d'Arnaud strikes out. And that's how we start off the bottom of the fifth. Opponents are 0 for 5 versus the curveball. That's a wild stat. That's the other thing, too, is that there's people that are new to the game, and other people on here can help other people understand what's going on in the game and what certain jargon means. And that's also really beneficial. The ball is 1 strike. Bottom of the fifth. We have nobody on, 1 out. 3-2 Phillies. And the pitch to Duvall is chopped foul. Don't forget to hit the super chat button. If you guys have a comment that you do want to say, I can't get to all your comments, but if you hit the super chat button, I will absolutely make sure I read that. But I also like to look at your chats after the game, too, when I go to listen to myself. Phillies playing at Truist Park against the Braves. And the pitch upstairs for a ball. So it's a 1-2 count. Phillies lost the first series against the Braves. Braves took 2 of 3. First game was, which was the opening day of, it was actually the home opener for the Phillies, and it was the first game of their season. It was postponed. They were supposed to play on Thursday, March 28th. It got rained out. There actually wasn't really any rain, but they just decided to postpone it to Friday. Braves won 9-3, and then the Braves ended up winning on Saturday 12-4, and the Phillies would save the series by winning 5-4 and avoiding the sweep. 1-2 pitch, and that is outside and low for ball 2. Nola with 74 pitches. It's a 2-2 count to Adam Duvall. Big pitch coming up here by Aaron Nola. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. The 7th strikeout by Aaron Nola tonight. And there's 2 gone in the top of the 5th, the bottom of the 5th. They're talking about outfield trade deadline targets. Tommy Pham, Lane Thomas, Taylor Ward, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Randy Arozarena, and Luis Robert. Who do you want? Pitch, line drive, down the first base line's a fair ball, past the diving stop of Bohm, and Castellanos does get over to it, and it's just a single to Orlando Arcia. So after 2 strikeouts in a row, Arcia able to punch out a single to right field, and Eli White is due up next in the order. Well, Nola actually went with a fastball right down the middle, and sometimes, stuff like that does happen, and Arcia did a good job of just taking advantage of the fastball. He saw a golden opportunity and decided to just smash it the other way. Here's the pitch, and that's taken on the outside edge of the dish for a called strike. So Eli White up to bat. He's making his Braves debut. 30 years old. Went to Wren High School. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch, ground ball, and that's hit over to second base. And the throw over to first is in plenty of time, and the inning is over. So we head to the top of the 6th. It's 3-2 Philadelphia out at Truist Park against the Braves. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe as well. Chiquita's here. What's going on, Chiquita? How you doing? How is everybody tonight? Katie Nolan. I love Kate Nolan. Oh, she's great. I used to love watching Always Late with Kate Nolan. Was doing that, and some people just hated on her. She was not bad, maybe ahead of her time. I like Katie Nolan, man. She's one of my favorites, and I wish ESPN didn't let her go. But she's so great, so talented with what she does, and she's really funny. Has a very good sense of humor. Wanted to explore new things with the network, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out. But I've had so much respect for her. I still do. But ultimate respect for her because she's incredible. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. And turn on the notification bell icon. Who am I? I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Thank you all so much for being here. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. And we also do podcasts on here as well. We are Philly freaks. We are. We are freaks. We have problems. We have a lot of things going on in our system, but we don't want to get help because we love it. And we're going to be stuck with this for the rest of our lives. Whale up, I'm here, says 3-Step. No, Katie Nolan, no. No, not at all. Katie Nolan is totally different. Katie had her own show on Fox, and then she went to ESPN. And, yeah. Top of the 6th. Here we go. The pitch to Pache, or to Rojas, it is Pache, and that's flat out to right field, and on the run is Duvall, and he'll make the catch. So, there's one gone on the first pitch. From Cape May, Donald is tuning in. How do you say your last name? Donald Shaw? Is that how you say it? I hope I said that correct. Call me crazy, but I want Matt Vierling. People have said his name a couple of times over the last couple of weeks. I brought him up, too, to be fair. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Part of it, too, is that they played the Tigers. All right. The ball's 1 strike. Freed on the hill for Atlanta. There is 1 out. Nobody on. And the pitch is low. It was in the dirt for a ball. In case you are just tuning in, just to recap, both teams scored in their half of the 4th inning. Phillies are able to get 3 runs on an RBI fielder's choice by Bryson Stott. followed up by a 2-run homer by Trey Turner. Next pitch, and that's going to be taken, and it's a 2-1 count. And then Austin Riley hit a 2-run homer, his 6th career homer off of Aaron Nola in the bottom of the 4th. That's all the offense so far. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. Looked a little bit outside, but Laz Diaz calls it a strike nonetheless. The Dixon Way. Can't wait to collab with you tomorrow. Can't wait for that. That'll be fun. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch on the way, and that was a high fastball that is just fouled off. But yes, Monty Grandal and Michael A. Taylor, they just hit back-to-back homers. Wow. The 2-2 to Stott, and there's a ground ball foul towards the first base side. It was rolling over there, and it's out of play. So Bryson Stott is the DH in tonight's game. He's not over at second base. 6'3" from Las Vegas, Nevada, along with Bryce Harper, too. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We got Cody Clemens out of the deal as well. And the pitch is outside for ball 3. That was we're talking about, for those of you that are just listening in. Larry said trade Soto back for... trade Vierling back for Soto in that Detroit deal. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way, high for ball 4, and a 1-out walk. That'll put Bryson Stott over at first base. 17 more subs till we get to 3,300 subscribers. And how many likes do we have on here, guys? Comment down below. I hope we're over the 200 mark right now. All you gotta do is just hit the thumbs up button and just share this with your friends. The pitch to Trey Turner. It's popped up and hit over towards the foul ground, but it'll slice out of play. Stott is over at first base. Well, be nice for him to try to get a steal here. The ball is 1 strike to Trey Turner, who homered his last time up. And the pitch swung on, belted out to left field, and he's gone deep again. How about 2 multi-homer games in his last 3 games? And it's 5-2 Phillies. Oh, can you believe it? Wow. Maybe he should be in the home run derby. Just maybe. That's now his 16th career multi-homer game. So that makes it 5-2. And Brian Snicker, is he going to go on out there? Or are they having the pitching coach go out there? And the pitching coach is going out there. So it's 5-2 Phillies. Fried has allowed 2 2-run homers to Trey Turner. And it looks like Fried will stay on out there. Let's see where this pitch was. It was a hanging breaking ball, and Turner just got all of it. Absolutely smoked. And Alec Bohm is coming up to bat for the Phils. 1 out, top of the 6th, 5-2 Phillies. And Bohm at the plate, and he'll dribble this one over towards the mound side. Fried spins, turns, throws over to first, and there's 2 gone. And Castellanos is due up next. Trey is locked in, man. Absolutely locked in. 2 outs, and Castellanos coming up to bat. 240 average for Casty, and he grounds the first pitch foul over at third. You know, this team kind of reminds me a little bit of the Beatles. And I'll get to that analogy in just a little bit. The pitch to Casty, swing and a miss. Regardless of whether or not you're a fan of the Beatles, all 4 of their members, well, really 4 of the 5, but anyhow, Ringo, George, Paul, and John were all in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame individually. And they were considered to be an all-star band. Each of them had great solo careers afterwards. So the 0-2 is grounded over back towards the mound, I should say, and the throw over to first was a little bit low, but it was dug out by Matt Olson, and there is the final out of the inning. Phillies had a 2-run homer, though, and lead it now 5-2. That's the second 2-run homer today by Trey Turner. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. So what I mean by that is that it seems like that when somebody goes down, or even when they're playing, just somebody steps up. So even if there's no Bryce Harper, Trey Turner steps up. Kyle Schwarber could step up one day. You know, and Ranger Suarez steps up one day. Ranger doesn't have it like one day. Maybe it's Aaron Nola that steps up and has like 7 innings and he allows like only 2 hits and has 13 strikeouts. This team just has layers. They just do. They find ways to win. I keep telling that to people every single time. That's how it goes. So, all right, now we're getting into this Ringo thing. But the point is that they were an all-star band, and everybody stepped up in the band, regardless of whether or not you liked them or you thought that they were, you know, that Ringo was a good drummer or not. Seriously, like the Phillies have that mentality where just somebody else steps up to the plate. So, figuratively and mentally speaking. That's what Bohm said yesterday. This team is more than Harper and Schwarber alone. Correct. Okay. That's all I'm trying to say. All right. So, we head to the bottom of the 6th. Up to bat will be the top of the order for the Braves. I agree. Read your post. I got to scroll up. How far do I have to scroll up for that? It's a long ways up. Missed it. I saw the bell and the hammer that you posted. I agree, with JJ. They have been doing it all season. Yep, I agree. I saw that you said that you agree. Trey is stepping up like JT did in 2022 when Harper was out on the injury. Yeah, but I don't know if I would say that he's taken over like that. Like, this has been going on now for about a week. Like, he's doing a great job. I can't deny it. But I think that was different. But so far over the last week, it's been really good. That was like, when you have 16 of your 26 homers in your last 35 games or whatever it was, that is ridiculous. 1 ball, no strikes as we start off the bottom of the 6th. And the next pitch is going to be grounded over towards the first base side. It's gobbled up, and Bohm able to just tag the bag. And there's 1 gone in the 6th inning. All right. 5-2 Phillies. 80 total pitches by Aaron Nola. It's been really, really strong. The only mistake he had was the 2-run homer that he allowed to Austin Riley. The pitch to Ozzie Albies, and check swing. He went around. It's an 0-1 count. 21 balls, 60 strikes by Nola on 81 total pitches. Albies singled his last time up. Braves only have 3 hits today. Phillies have 11 hits. The 0-1 high. One ball, one strike. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock. Nola kicks, delivers, and it's high again. Ozzie Albies is currently on a 7-game hitting streak. He extended that to 8 games tonight. 2-1. That's in there for a strike. It's 9:14 p.m. Eastern Time. We're almost approaching the 2-hour mark. First pitch got started at 7:20. Nola trying to get through the 6th. And the 2-2 delivery just misses inside and low. That's a full count now. Over his last 15 games at home, Albies batting just .230 with 14 hits, 1 homer, and 6 RBI. Big payoff pitch coming up. And time called by Marchand. He realized that the pitch clock was winding down. So he wants to have a conversation with Aaron Nola. Ozzie Albies joins Chase Utley, Alfonso Soriano, Brett Boone, Joe Gordon, Roger Hornsby, and Jeff Kent to have at least 2 or more seasons of 30 or more homers and 100 or more RBI amongst the most second basemen. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch by Nola, here it is. Fly ball hit out over to right field, and that's gone in a hurry. So Albies able to get a second straight hit off of Aaron Nola. That's the second homer allowed today by Nola. And it was a line drive home run out to right field to make it 5-3. 107.5 miles per hour off the bat. And the fireworks go off at Truist Park. Man. You know, this guy's dealt with a ton of injuries, but he is an incredible talent. Can't deny that. Comes Austin Riley, and he fouls that off. The ball's 1 strike. And the 0-1 way up high. Austin Riley, if you remember in his first season, he started off really strong. And then more pitchers were throwing him more breaking balls. And he ended up having to get sent down to the minors. He went back to AAA. And came back and was just lighting the world on fire for the Braves. After he learned how to lay off the breaking pitches and just get his timing down. 2-1. That swung on and missed. He's getting about 21 $2.2 million this season. Signed a 10-year, $212 million contract with the Braves. That was last year. Signed all the way till 2032, so that was really 2 years ago. Please hit that subscribe button. We need 17 more subs to get us to 3,300. Come on, man. Next pitch, and that was swung on and missed. And there's a strikeout by Austin Riley. So here comes Matt Olson. He takes the first pitch for a strike. It looked a little bit low. TV was delayed. Don't know why. No balls, one strike. Nola winds up and delivers. Check swing, foul ball. Olson has grounded out twice in each of his at-bats. Keep hitting that subscribe button and keep hitting that thumbs up button, man. Keep spamming it. The 0-2 up high. 400 plus watching and only 170 likes. Let's keep hitting that thumbs up button, baby. Look at me, we go live for every single Phillies game, guys. That's what we do. Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles. We're devoted. 1-2 pitch. Popped up, hit out over towards the left field side and foul ground. Sosa will give it a look, and it goes out of play. Phillies are 72-76 versus the Atlanta Braves since 2016. 1-2 on the way, and that's popped up, and it's foul behind the plate. Marchand, does he have room? No, he does not. Goes out of play. But since 2020, Phillies are 34-38 against the Braves. Two outs, nobody on. Bottom of the sixth. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Matt Olson. It's 5-3 Phillies. Nola lines up and delivers. Line drive it down the right field line. It is a fair ball, and it's going to go all the way towards the wall. Olson will jog on into second base, standing up. Throw is made by Castellanos over towards the second baseman with Merrifield. And there's a 2-out double. And that's going to bring the tying run up to the plate. And that's Marcell Ozuna. Man, oh man. Hit it really sharply down that right field side. So now we have time called on the mound here. Nola will talk things over with Caleb Cotham, and Orion Kirkering is getting warmed up in the Phillies' pen. You think that this is probably going to be Nola's last batter. But the thing is, when you look at statistics, and I know it's statistics, right? But today, Ozuna's 0 for 2 versus Nola, and during his career, he's 4 for 28. That's just in 29 plate appearances. Two outs and a runner over at second base. Bottom of the sixth. I think Nola can get out of this. The pitch to Ozuna, and that's fouled away. If he gets on here, though, then I think we have a different conversation. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Ended up going with a breaking ball there, and it's an 0-2 count now. The balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The next pitch, high for a ball. Anybody else here who doesn't have Apple TV? That's why people are coming on here, man. And again, we're consistent. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Ozuna, high and away for ball 2. That's going to even the count. The 2-2 on the way, and that breaking ball misses low for ball 3. So 102 pitches. This is going to be his last batter. It was an 0-2 count, and now it's a full count. If Nola does get the win tonight, it would be his 100th career win. And I'll step off the bag just for a second. And look back over at second. Larry in with the jokes. I saw Banana TV. 3-2 on the way to Ozuna. Swung on, hit out to left field. Pache has enough room, and he'll make the catch, and the inning is over. So, Ozzy Albies able to get a solo homer to cut the deficit to 2. And, well, we head to the top of the 7th. 5-3 Phillies. Just hit off the end of the bat. Some people thought it was going to go out, but it didn't. This is Nola's 254th career game that he has started in. He's played in 253 games and has started all 253 of them. And that's honestly, I didn't know that because you would think that even before they had the DH come into the league, and even when they actually played extra innings full, you know, if it was like the top of the 13th or something, you would think that Aaron Nola maybe would have been one of the guys that would come on in to pitch like 4 innings or something like that. So that's pretty wild. And Sean is one of those guys, or sorry, was it Sperger or Sean that said that you got to take him out? Telling you, it worked, and it was the right decision to leave him in there. A shame that he couldn't have ended the inning scoreless, went from a good start to an average one. He did pretty good today. He did pretty good. I think he had a pretty good outing overall. Well, let's be honest. They're facing the Braves, okay? Even if they're banged up without Michael Harris and without Ronald Acuna, they're a good team. Okay, this is like, this is one of those teams where you kind of have to set your standards, and you got to do it a little bit differently because the bar is higher. Because the Braves are still a very good team. So, but yeah. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. But yeah, if you're playing the Dodgers or the Braves, like that's a different standard. If you're playing the Orioles, like those to me, like the Orioles, the Dodgers, the Braves, and the Yankees are like the top tier standards. 6 innings, 3 runs against the Braves. I'll take that any day. So, yeah. Jesse Chavez will be pitching now on in relief. He outdueled Max Fried. And Fried's had a good year. Pitch, and that's taken outside for a ball. Yeah, if this was against like the Pirates or something like that, then yeah, it's not a good start. Like it's an average start by Nola. So, 1-1 to Edmundo Sosa. And the pitch, here it is, and that's going to be flared out to left field, and it is a fair ball, drops in for a base hit. Eli White does get over to it. Sosa will jog into second and slide in there safely. The throw was not even close, and Sosa able to get an extra base hit to start off the top of the 7th. Rally time for the Fightin' Phils. And Whit Merrifield is coming up. What do you do here? Do you try to lay down a bunt? What do we do? Charge! So Merrifield will not bunt, and he fouls off the first pitch. Chavez on the bump, pitching now for the Atlanta Braves. Get to his stats in just a few moments. The 0-1, Merrifield will show bunt this time, and it is a foul ball. I think he actually got a piece of it. Nonetheless, it is a strike. Jesse Chavez is now 40 years old. It is unbelievable. He's from San Gabriel, California. A guy that started off his career back in 2008. And he was a member of the Braves in 2010. And in 2021. 0-2 pitch, and that's fouled off. In total, though, he's played for at least 12 different teams. Was on the Pirates, the Braves, the Royals, the Blue Jays, the A's, the Dodgers, the Angels, the Rangers, the Cubs, and yeah. The 0-2 pitch, and there's a little infield single that's going to be grounded over to first, and that's going to put runners at the corners. It was actually bobbled by Matt Olson, and then nobody was covering the bag. Screen froze again for a second. I apologize. But nonetheless, the Phillies have runners at first and third. Wonder if they're going to rule it as an error by Olson. Because I think if Olson would have had it, he probably would have won the race to the bag. Here's Marchand, and he takes it low. Batting on the left side is Rafael Marchand. 1 ball, no strikes. Chavez on the bump. Throw back over to first, not in time. They called it an error on Matt Olson. So it goes down as an E3 to Whit Merrifield. The 1-0 pitch fouled away. And that'll even the count at 1 apiece. Chavez's ERA is at 1.51 with 30 strikeouts and a 1.04 whip as well. The 1-1 from the 40-year-old, and there's a ground ball foul towards the first base side. Don't forget to like, and don't forget to subscribe as well. The pitch, wide, and off the plate. Two balls, two strikes. Chavez delivers from the stretch and the pitch, and that's taken all the way for strike 3 at the knees. And Marchand goes down looking. Nothing too much on that fastball, but good execution. Chavez has pitched in 27 games this season and has only allowed 6 earned runs. And again, he's 40 years old. Throw back over to first. Not in time. Kaiser Wilhelm is the oldest MLB pitcher of all time. 47 years old. That was when he played. 207 days. He beat out Hod Lisenby with 46 years and 349 days. 1 ball, no strikes in the pitch. That's down low for ball 2. And jogging on over to second base without a throw is Whit Merrifield. That's unbelievable. So that's going to put 2 runners in scoring position. The 2-0. And it looked a little bit inside, but it's a called strike. Verlander, how old is he? Is he 30, 41? 2-1 pitch. And there's a bunt that's laid down, and it's hit over towards the mound to throw over to first. None in time. 2 runs are going to come out in the score. It gets by Olson. Going over to second base is Rojas. And, well, the Phillies lead it 7-3 in the top of the 7th. Sosa and Merrifield scored. Chavez tried to play it on a couple of bounces as it was knocked down. He had to run on over towards his left side off the mound. And, well, he threw it away. Olson could not dive and make the stop. And it got by him. And that's going to go down as an RBI bunt single by Yohan Rojas plus an E1. The pitch, and it's inside and high. The throw over to third to try to get Rojas, and that's going to get by Austin Riley. And the Phillies lead it 8-3 as Rojas will score. 3 runs in a matter of less than a minute for the Phils. Errors all across the diamond by the Braves. Top of the 7th, and the 1-0 pitch is wide for ball 2 to Christian Pache. Rojas got a good jump over to third. The throw was honestly bounced off the glove of Austin Riley. It wasn't really a bad throw. It was a little bit high. But regardless, Riley couldn't field it properly. The 2-0 pitch, ground ball over to shortstop. It was a broken bat, gobbled up by Orlando Arcia, and the throw over to first. We'll be in plenty of time for out number 2. Lots of things just happened in just the matter of less than a minute. 8-3 Phillies. How about the Phils offense coming through and taking advantage of the bad defense by the Braves? The pitch to Stott, and that's fouled off. 3 errors in this inning alone by Atlanta. So Rojas reached on an infield single. Sosa scored on an error. And Merrifield scored on the air as well. 0-1 pitch. Line drive into center field over the leaping play by Orlando Arcia. He just ran out of room. And there's a 2-out single by Bryson Stott. And now Trey Turner's coming up to bat. After that, Marchand struck out looking, and then Merrifield was safe at first on an error by Olson. So Rojas scored on the error over at third base by Riley after getting a stolen base. Turner's up, and the pitch. It's outside, and the throw over to second to get Stott, and he swipes second. More small ball for the Fightins. Scoring position, Bryson Stott with 2 outs. Phillies just trying to take advantage any way that they possibly can. And it's been a bad inning for the Braves defense and all Phillies. The 1-0 to Trey. Line drive back up the middle. Played on a bounce, though, by albies. Throw over to first. It's played on a hop by Olson, and he digs it out for out number 3. That was hit pretty sharply back up the middle. But the damage is done. 8-3 Phils. We head to the bottom of the 7th and into stretch time out in Atlanta. Wow. What an inning. Pretty insane, man. All right, it's time. We're going to do trivia. All right, and this trivia question, of course. The 7th inning trivia question is brought to you by Ethan Baumholtz of Advisors Mortgage. If you're looking to purchase or refinance a primary residence, second home, or investment property in New Jersey or Pennsylvania, my guy Ethan Baumholtz has you covered. He was one of my basketball coaches and has really just been an incredible mentor for me on a personal and professional level. Over 20 years of experience, Ethan is dedicated to making your mortgage process smooth and stress-free, and will find the best mortgage solutions tailored to your needs. All right, for personalized services, call Ethan today at 609-230-5558. And, of course, his sponsorship is right over here. Go subscribe. Go reach out to my guy, Ethan. He's the best. He's absolutely awesome. All right, I'm going to ask you a trivia question. If you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Okay. I want to know the following. Which current Phillies player... Oh, wait, never mind. This is out of date, so I don't want to do that one. All right, we'll do an easy one. What was Chase Utley's nickname? Chase Utley's nickname, what was it? Long time no see. I'm Donatello. Yeah. What's up, man? How you doing? What's Chase Utley's nickname? Don't all come at me at once. Anybody know? I know you all know. The man. There you go. Good. Good job. Good job. You got it, Jason. You got it. Nice job. Who nicknamed him the man? Anybody know where he got his nickname from? The man. I'll give you a hint. Chase Utley, you are the man. Bottom of the 7th, Orion Kirkering will pitch, and here it is. It's popped up and hit in foul ground. It goes out of play. Harry Kalas, anybody? Harry Kalas nicknamed him the man. There you go. Harry Kalas gave him that nickname. That's right. Yep. There you go. Good job. Howard. Did Howard give him the nickname? No. It was Harry Kalas. There you go. The ball's one strike. The pitch on the way to Travis d'Arnaud, and that's outside for a ball. That is correct. Liz got it. Okay, good. Some of y'all got it. Larry got it. 1 ball, 1 strike to Travis d'Arnaud, another former Philly. And the 1-1 from Kirkering. Swung on and missed. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the super chat button. Man, we go live for every single Phillies game. We do a lot of work. Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football all year round. 12 more subs, so we got to 3,300. 1-2 pitch. That breaking ball misses. And it's now a 2-2 count. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch is low for ball 3. Phillies lead it 8-3. Aaron Nola got the start today for the Titans, and Max Fried was the starting pitcher for the Braves. Full count. Kirkering fires. The pitch popped up and hit behind the plate. It is a foul ball, and it'll find the seats. Braves are 27-16 at home this season. Phillies are 24-16 on the road. The Phillies' top 4 hitters have 8 hits combined. 3-2 pitch on the way. Line drive, hit out over towards the first base side. It's a fair ball, and it goes over towards right field. And Travis d'Arnaud able to go the opposite way against Orion Kerkering. And he'll get Adam Duvall up at the plate with a runner at first. That's what happens when you keep your head down and you lock and you load. Good things happen. So it puts a runner over at first. And Adam Duvall, the power-hitting right-handed hitter, up to bat. And the pitch, line drive, leaping catch by Trey. That was a nice play by Turner. It was hit so hard, Turner had to leap and just make a nice catch, and he had to utilize everything that he had to take away a base hit from Adam Duvall. Web gem by Trey, and I think it was hit so hard that it literally hit the back of the glove and almost popped out of the back part of the glove. 1 ball, no strikes as the pitch to Arcia is taken outside. The 1-0 on the way. Swung on and missed. Lando Arcia with a .213 batting average, 6 homers, and 23 RBI. It's 1 for 2 today. The pitch by Kerkering. And that fastball is in the dirt. Kerkering's ERA at 1.42. He's 23 years old, 6'2", 204 pounds. From Huntington Beach, California. A .85 whip to go along with the ERA of 1.42. 2 balls, 1 strike to Arcia. Has the 3rd lowest home batting average this season, if you can believe that. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. That pitch was also in the dirt. And Arcia chased on after it. Arcia's average this year is just at .211 with 6 homers and 23 RBI. Last year he batted .264 with 17 homers and 65 RBI. 2-2 pitch. Great extension by Marchand. It was a foot off the plate and low. Marchand just lunged over towards his right side and flexed everything that he could. The count is full. Kerkering versus Arcia. Who will win the battle? Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Arcia strikes out, and there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 7th. Surprised he went after it. It was at the knees. Could have been gone, or could have gone either way. But regardless, there's 2 outs, and Eli White is coming up to bat. 10 more subs till we get to 3,300. Pitch to White. And that is low. Cardinals are in extra innings, and they just took the lead. 1-0 pitch. And that's fouled off. One ball, 1 strike. Kerkering gets set at the belt and fires from the stretch. And it's outside again. Remember, Orion was called up last year at the very end of September by the Phillies, and he was their secret weapon in the playoffs. That's how it was supposed to be. 2-1 pitch, and that's fouled off. Everybody was talking about how great Andrew Painter and Mick Abel were, and even Griff McGarry, but this guy just slipped under everybody's radar. Two balls, 2 strikes. A runner at first, 2 outs. And the pitch, lay it off just outside. Braves have the third fewest stolen bases since May 27th. 3-2 on the way. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning for Orion Kerkering. And we head to the top of the 8th inning. It's 8-3 Phils. It's pretty good. He has the chance to be a future closer. I didn't know this, but apparently Orion's actual first name is Richard. But he shares that with his father and his paternal grandfather. But all of them go by their middle names. And they're all different. So, what's up, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I'm going to put the screen on me for just a quick second. So, in case you are new to the channel, welcome on in. All right, how many people do we have tuning in right now? I have to know. Hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. I'm going to put the hat back on. It's been a little bit of time. All right, there we go. Good stuff. What time is it? 9:50 p.m. Eastern time. Yes. So I'm from South Jersey, and I've been calling games on here for 18 months, man. 18 months. We've been doing Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. We love it. This is how we roll. I give a classic play-by-play style, but I interact with you guys and have you guys become the color commentators. And we have a lot of fun on here. You guys get to be a part of an awesome community. And I want you guys to join the Philly Freak Nation. You know, again, we don't just do Phillies games, guys. We do Sixers and Eagles games, too. So if you really like this, I'm telling you, you would love my Sixers and my Eagles content as well. 495 people on here, over 200 likes. Let's get to 300, man. Let's break records. Let's break records tonight, baby. Come on. Let's go. Whoa. I didn't know what that was. We have 519 people tuning in. This is awesome. This is absolutely great. All right, let's get back to this screen on here. Good stuff. 7 more subs, so we get to 3,300. There we go. Let's break the internet. The pitch to bohm, and that's taken for a strike. The grind don't stop. That's right. I wasn't the first to say that, though. But thank you for quoting me. That one pitch, and that was taken, what, for strike 2? That was way outside, man. Chavez kicks, delivers, and he throws a pitch that's on the inside corner at the knees for a called third strike to Alec Bohm. And while Jesse Chavez records another strikeout, that's his second strikeout over his last 2 innings. I'll be watching, JJ, says John. John Morgan, what's up, man? All right. The pitch, and that's taken for a ball. Don't forget, you're more than welcome to hit the Super Chat button as well, baby. If I didn't read your Super Chat and you had one before, I do apologize. The pitch on the way to Castellanos, and it's a 1-1 count. Verlander technically is the oldest pitcher that's active at 41 years old. 1-1 on the way. There's a line drive hit out over to straightaway center field, and Kelenic able to track it down. Got a good read, and he'll make the basket catch. Bohm just got screwed, says Phillies Baseball Talk. 2 outs, top of the 8th inning. Nobody on. The pitch. Swung on and missed. 30 pitches by Jesse Chavez. Sosa up at the plate. And the 0-1, that's fouled away. Two outs. Nobody on. 0-2 is the count. Chavez takes a quick breath, kicks, fires, and that's fouled off by Sosa. I think I've lost like 50% of my battery on my phone. You know, out of all the times I've done this, my phone has never died on me. I didn't even realize that. The 0-2 on the way, and that's taken on the outside corner for a called third strike. And Sosa says no, 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 and has some words with Las Diaz. And the inning is over. So the Phillies go down in order, 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the eighth. It's 8-3 Philadelphia. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the super chat button as well. And turn on those notification bell icons, because I'm telling you, we go live for Phillies, Sixers, and the Eagles. That's what we do on here, guys. We have a big, big audience tonight, and it's understandable, you know? It's fun. This is, again, like I say this to my people that tune in all the time. This is how it's going to be. Like, somebody asked me earlier, like, what's my favorite? Do I like radio or TV? I love this. I love streaming. I love doing a classic play-by-play and having you guys on as the color commentators. I do. I mean that. Gun pointed at my head. That's what I would say. So, it's great. It's good. Cheers to the future. It would be really cool, though, to still like do this in person and to still be able to live stream, you know? Like, be able to get a feed and actually have me watch the game in person and see the whole entire field. Yes, that'd be awesome. But this is great. More than welcome to hit the super chat button as well. Turned on the notifications. That's right. That's right. I like it. I like it very, very much. 5 more subs till we get to 33 hundo. Let's go. Let's go. Tomorrow, Phillies will be on, and we're actually going to be collaborating with our boy, the Dixon Way. So that'll be really, really cool. That'll be really, really awesome. And then we'll be back here on Sunday. I am going to have the stream on the channel too, but we'll make sure that obviously we like on both channels and everything. So, but yeah, tomorrow will be a dual stream. What's going to happen is I'm going to do the play-by-play when the Phillies come up to bat, and then Dixon Way is going to do the play-by-play when the Braves are up to bat. Haven't done it in a while. And the pitch is low. Jose Alvarado pitching now for Philadelphia, and he has the top of the order to deal with. He is a good dude. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch, here it is, swung on and missed. Good fastball thrown by Jose Alvarado. The 1-1 on the way. And that's a foul ball towards the first base side. Mod Squad, give us a like count. Let us know when you're doing a live from the bank. I will go. I don't have the equipment for that yet, man. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over towards first base. And Bohm gobbles it up and will tag the bag for out number 1. That would be really cool, though. And plus, I'd have to get it approved because they wouldn't just let in a guy who's on YouTube with 3,300 subscribers. I don't know if they'd do that, but it never hurts to ask, obviously. But, maybe one day. Here we go. The pitch to Albies, and he takes it all the way for a ball. It was inside and low. Ozzy's 2 for 3 with a single, a solo homer, and 2 runs scored. Oh, I was just talking about that. I was literally just talking about that. The 1-0 on the way. Swing and a miss. The count is now 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. There it is. Swung on and missed. You can record a couple of shorts on your phone from the stands. Yeah, but I do that, but you can't hear me doing the play-by-play when there's a hit, because then you just hear, yeah! You just hear fans from, that's 47,000 people. Come on. It's not going to sound that good, and you're not even going to hear me. The 1-1 is taken all the way for strike 2. You wouldn't even hear me. I'd have to have, the loudest voice and a megaphone. 1-2 pitch. And there's a line drive hit out over to left field for a base hit. And Albies able to get a hat trick of hits today. Now it's Austin Riley's turn. He has struck out twice. And also hit a 2-run homer. The pitch on the way, and that's low and inside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch by Alvarado is a foot above the zone. No, just fans reacting to the home run. Oh, you're saying, don't call it? Or sorry, you can... It would just be, fans reacting to the home run. I mean, I've done that, while I've been at the game. You may have not seen my shorts, but yes. I've done that. 2-0 pitch, and that's low for ball 3. Alvarado on the bump for the Phils. Austin Riley at the dish. Matt Olson does wait in the on-deck circle. And the 3-0 on the way inside for ball 4. And that's going to put runners at first and second. Man. Things getting a little bit dicey here in the bottom of the 8th. Alvarado, 6 balls, 7 strikes, and 13 total pitches. And we're going to have time called on the mound. It's going to be a big matchup between him and Olson here. Olson ready to step into the box. Man. Whew, this is wild. Olson is just 2 for 6 in 7 plate appearances against Jose Alvarado. Still pretty good. Olson getting his batting gloves adjusted, stepping into the box. He's batting .284 against left-handed pitching this season, and .220 against right-handed pitching. Who will win the battle? Power on power here. The first pitch, it's at 99, and it's low. That sounds great, Kathy. Kathy's here. What's up, Kathy? How you doing? 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch is in there for strike 1. coming in at 98 miles per hour. A double and a walk from Olson against Alvarado. The 1-1, here it is. Fly ball hit out to left field. Not that deep, though. Pache backs up and tracks it down to make the catch. And that out is huge. That's going to get 2 gone in the bottom of the 8th. And Ozuna's coming up now. You know, when I type in Jose Alvarado, first person that comes up is the point guard for the Pelicans. I always forget that. Wrong guy. Ozuna comes up, and he takes a high pitch, but it's called a strike. Well, that's all, Larry. I made sure that I commented. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch, again, high again for ball 1. Alvarado, 29 years old. Getting $1 million this season for the Phils. Joined them back in 2020. 1-1 pitch, and that swung on, hit out to right field. It's going back towards the track, and that's gone. And Ozuna looks back at the Phillies dugout and says, "That's what I do." So that's going to make it an 8-6 ball game. It was an opposite field homer by Marcell Ozuna, and it's 8-6 now. Oh, man. Kevin, no spoilers, my guy. Mod Squad, I need you to be on your A game. Oof. Had a fastball right down the middle. And Ozuna just lifted it out to right field. Whew. Eight, 6, bottom of the 8th. Alvarado just gave up a 3-run homer to Marcell Ozuna. And so, if somebody gets on here, then that's going to bring the tying run to the plate. It's Travis d'Arnaud up next. The 1-0 pitch, low for ball 2. So Alvarado got called with a pitch clock violation. So an automatic ball on the first pitch, and the second pitch was low. Pitch number 3, here it is. It's popped up, and it's foul behind the first base side. d'Arnaud did single and is 1 for 3 on the evening so far. Phillies had an 8-3 lead, and it's 8-6 now. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. The 2-1, here it is. Swing and a miss. 98-mile-per-hour pitch that was outside. That was Ozuna's 22nd homer of the season. 2-2 on the way. Low and away. And it's a 3-2 count. Adam Duvall is up next. Payoff pitch. Line drive cut over at first by Bohm. It was hit sharply, and Bohm was there to make the catch. And the inning is finally over. However, Marcell Ozuna able to take Jose Alvarado deep out to right field. And we head to the top of the 9th. The Phillies could certainly use some added runs here. It's 8-6. Top of the 9th coming on up. We got 514 people tuning in. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. And turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when we go live. For a Phillies a Sixers or an Eagles game. That's what we do on here, man. Love each and every one of you. Thank you all so much for being on here. 3 more subs so we get to 3,300. Wow. That's awesome. Yes. All right. And don't forget, you're more than welcome to hit the Super Chat button. Since today we have a very big audience with over 486 people on here, I'm definitely not going to read everybody's chat. So if you have something that you that you really want to say, and I can't miss it, just hit that Super Chat button. And don't forget to donate to the channel. By the way, everybody that's on here, favorite player, favorite baseball player ever, comment down below. Because we have a new audience on here. Who's your favorite baseball player? Let us know down below. See, we don't need a power bat. We need another competent relief pitcher. I think we need both. That's how I feel. And it's funny because like we're not having this conversation if Alvarado doesn't give up that 3-run homer. Again, like we're talking about Alvarado's been pretty good overall this season, but I still do believe that you're right that we need another reliever. All right. Favorite baseball player? Greg Gross. Ryan Howard. You meant to say Greg Dobbs, Sean? I've never heard of Greg Gross. Mike Schmidt, Harper or Hamels? Agreed, Sean. Bo Jackson. I've never heard of Greg Gross. Favorite player ever? Chris Coast. Chris Coast is a good one. How about Chris Coast? What's he doing now? One more sub till we got to 3,300. John Kruk. Anybody that's not Phillies. JJ, I'm from the days when there were maybe 25/30 viewers a stream. Great job, my friend. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Here comes Merrifield in the pitch. It's popped up. Hit out over towards the shallow center field side. Albies gets under it and has to shuffle his feet. And there's one gone. 33! Hundo! Let's go! Let's go, baby. Oh, man. Let's go. Woo! 3,300. We did it. All right, 1 out. Top of the 9th. Here comes Marchand and the pitch. And that's taken for a strike. Who's our lucky number 3,300? It was Heikos. Heikos did it. What's up, Heikos? Thanks so much. Appreciate it, man. No balls, 1 strike. And the next pitch, line drive it out over to center field, and that's going to drop in there for a base hit by Rafael Marchand. So a 1-out single. Phillies lead it 8-6. And Marchand able to come through with a 1-out single off of Lee. Wow. Shane Vittorino's a good one. 1-out single. And now Yohan Rojas up to bat. And Rojas will take a strike just on the outside part of the plate. I go 3,300 bucks. One pitch, and that is fouled off. 11 because I didn't expect that. All right, no balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 9th, a runner at first, and there's 1 out. Phillies are up 8-6. We got a runner over at first. No balls, 2 strikes. Lee on the bump. And 9 seconds left on the pitch clock. Marchand over at first. The 0-2 is low. George! 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Fly ball hit out over to right field. Backing up is Duvall. Does he have room? He does, and I'll make the catch just at the track. And retreating back over to first is Marchand. Rojas took it for a ride, but it just stayed in the yard. And there's 2 gone in the top of the 9th. A good pitch to hit, too, and Rojas thought that he had all of it. Duvall was playing pretty in, so did a good job of just tracking it down and running a pretty far ways to go get it. Now it's Christian Pache, the former Brave, was tried to take a hack at the first pitch. It was a pitch that was in the dirt. Christian 1 for 4, just hitting 189 this season, and only 8 RBI. The 0-1 by Lee, and that's fouled away. Dylan Lee, 29 years old, left-handed pitcher who's 6'3", 214 pounds. Last outing was against the Giants. He allowed 1 run on 1 hit. Braves will lose that game 5-3. That was on Tuesday. Marchand leads off over at first. 0-2, and the pitch. High and outside for ball 1. Pache batting just .233 against left-handed pitching and .132 against right-handed pitching. The 1-2, here it is. And that's fouled off once again. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it, man. Pache's trade that sent him over to the A's was along with Shea Langeliers, Joey Estes, and Ryan Cusick. That was for Matt Olson. 1-2 pitch by Lee. Here it is. Swung on and missed, and that's going to end the inning. All right, so bottom of the 9th, Duvall, Arcia, and White all coming up to bat, and Jeff Hoffman will try to shut the door. Can the Phillies get the final 3 outs and get the win to start off the series strong? That's the question. All right. I'm sorry. I've got to take a picture of this. 541 people. Bro, that's unbelievable. Guessing Hoffman is bringing us home. That is correct. All right, one last time. If you are just tuning in for the very, very first time, my name is Jason Harrison Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go live for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football, man. We have a blast. We definitely have a blast. It's been quite a fun one tonight between the Phillies and the Braves. We have 561 people that are tuning into our channel, and we do play-by-play for as many games as we possibly can. And we have a fun time. We love having you guys on here as the color commentators. It's absolutely awesome. And again, feel free to donate to the channel by hitting the super chat button. We're not going to be doing a full play-by-play tomorrow. We're actually going to be collaborating with the Dixon Way for tomorrow's Phillies game. Haven't done a collab in quite some time. And then on Sunday, we'll be back to normal. But we wanted to collaborate with one of our fellow streamers on here and show him some support. 45 more likes till we get to 300. Let's do it. Let's break our record, man. Let's break that record, bro. Good stuff. I call number 540. Number 540. Oh, number 540 in the chat. Maybe. All right. Lots of comments on here. I'm like trying to keep up with it all. It's hard, man. JJ, would you sign a contract with Jacob Sports Media? Hey, man. That's a tough question. That's tough, man. I don't know. I have no clue. I'd have to. I mean, it's an honor, like, to get on board with a company like that. but I'd have to think about it, you know? That's a big decision. All right. Yes, for sure. Bottom of the ninth, 8-6 Philadelphia. Marianne, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. And for all of you that have subscribed, I appreciate it. Hoffman on the bump and the pitch, and that's fouled away. I like doing this my own, though. Like, it's so much fun, man. Duvall 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a lineout. The ball's 1 strike and the next pitch, and that is just fouled off by Adam Duvall. Jeff Hoffman in the ballgame now for the Phils. Guy that played for the Colorado Rockies. He's 31 years old. His ERA now at 1.24. Just 5 earned runs allowed in 37 games. No balls, 2 strikes to Adam Duvall. Duvall has gone hitless in 3 at-bats. The 0-2 on the way, popped up, hit out towards the center of the infield. Who's going to get it? It'll be Alec Bohm, who just calls off Edmundo Sosa, and Bohm does make the catch behind the mound. Sosa had the duck, and I thought maybe there was going to be a little collision there, but Bohm able to track it down, and good communication between him and Sosa for Bohm to make the play, and there's 1 gone. Whew. Arcia up next. 1 out. The pitch on the way, and that's low. I can't wait to rewatch the stream, man. 1 ball, no strikes. Hoffman kicks and delivers. And that is in there for a called strike at the kneecaps. Hoffman and Kerkering have the lowest ERAs in the National League amongst active relievers. The 1-1 on the way, and that's low for ball 2. Matt Strom, of course, was in that conversation, but hasn't really had the best couple of outings. Two balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. And that's fouled back towards the screen once again, and the count is even at 2 apiece. One out, bottom of the 9th. Phillies lead it 8-6. They had an 8-3 lead, and then Marcelo Zuna hit a 3-run homer off of Jose Alvarado. 2-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards right center field. Rojas calls everyone off, and I'll make the catch, and there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 9th. How about that, man? Whew. 2 outs. And here we go. Eli White is coming up to bat. And the Braves are down to their final outs. Here's the pitch. Pitch number 1. Strike 1. Just at the kneecaps. At 97 miles per hour. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 by Hoffman, swing and a miss. And just like that, the Braves are down to their final strike. Kelenic is in the on-deck circle. Hoffman gets set at the belt. Takes a quick breath. Kicks, delivers. And that's just a little bit low. Charge! 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2, and that's taken low again for ball 2. Braves down to their final strike. Eli White at the plate. And if he gets on, Kelenic will be the tying run. And he'd be up next. 2-2 on the way. Inside and high. And what was an 0-2 count is now a full count to Eli White. Making his Braves debut today. The 30-year-old against the 31-year-old Hoffman. Who will win the battle? The 3-2 pitch, and nuts on the outside corner for a called third strike. Jeff Hoffman able to shut the door out in Atlanta. And the Phillies get a big win. It got dicey at the end, but they beat their arch nemesis, the Atlanta Braves. Ring the bell, Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Phillies get another win in the books. There we go, baby. Love it. Let's go, baby. How about that, man? Let's go. It's great. All right, that's how you start off a series, man. Another W by this Philadelphia Phillies team. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming on here and tuning in to this cast. All right, we will be back on tomorrow night. I want to ask you all, of course, one word to describe this ball game. I think that the word I use for tonight is Trey. My guy had another multi-homer game and just carried the offense once again. I think that Trey is the guy I'm going to give a name to. Let's go, baby. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit the super chat button as well. Great special effects, JJ. Thank you. It was a little bit delayed tonight because we're watching the game on Apple TV, so the computer, it's taken as much as it possibly can, man. Scary, dirty, wow, heroic, turtle, mommy. Stressful. Yes, sir. Love it. Love all those words. My name is Trey. I didn't know that. Your name is Troy, though, I thought. This is awesome. Yes, Trey. Trey is my word for this game, bro. Exhilarating. Yes, sir. This was fun. Yeah. Look, Jose Alvarado did not have a good day today. And Aaron Nola did everything that he had to do. Aaron Nola did everything that he had to do today. I'm going to give you my final thoughts on this game. So, overall, again, you're without Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, and JT Realmuto. Your lineup today, guys: Stott, Turner, Bohm, Castellanos, Sosa, Whit Merrifield, Rafael Marchand, Johan Rojas, and Christian Pache. That's your lineup for today, guys. And yet, they put up 8 runs. Can we just think about that? On 15 hits, man. And they did it off of Max Fried and the Atlanta Braves. I don't care if they're missing Michael Harris II, and I don't care if they're without Ronald Acuna Jr. It does make a difference, but we're on an even playing field because we're without our big guns too. They still have Austin Riley. They still have Matt Olson. They still have Travis d'Arnaud and Ozzie Albies and Marcell Ozuna. So, no excuses. Another great win by the Phillies. And it's going to get ugly. And you know that your bullpen is probably going to give up some runs. But this is against one of the best teams in baseball. And this is a playoff type of a series. So, it has a lot of implications. So, you got to raise the bar. And you got to understand where the bar is. It's the Braves. If this happens against the Cubs, if this happens against the Pittsburgh Pirates, different story. This is the Braves. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Ring my bell. Smiley got me singing. Yes, sir. Just win, baby. I agree. Good night, JJ. Love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm going to go celebrate. I'm actually going to go to bed pretty soon. All right. Lila Tov, everybody. Good night, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Again, don't forget, we're going to be on with the Dixon Way tomorrow. So we're going to be collaborating. I'm going to be doing play-by-play every time the Phillies are up to bat, and he'll be doing play-by-play every time the Braves are up to bat. So great stuff. See you all then. All right. Good night.